Hey, good morning, Julie, Carla, JB, Dicron, JW. I saw Ed up there. Hey, good son, how you doing? All right. Are we going to have some fun today? Those bulls look like they're a little bit perky this morning. We'll just see if they stay that way. That's been kind of the way of the market here. They can be bummed out for a while, and then they'll get perky. They can be perky, and then they'll get bummed out for a while. We'll see. While the SPY stays in between these two lines here, that's just a typical little wedge being made, and it very common. There we go. Very common for price to go head up toward it, come back down, head up toward it. Very common for that. So what we're really looking for is a breakout, and I would say somewhere in the name of, in this area here, that's where the market might get a little exciting if we start to pop through there. Okay, so let's just say the market doesn't do that, and that's very possible that it doesn't. Then we'll watch for that move to the downside. Now, inside here, there can be lots of trading, but the true direction of the market will be made when it breaks out or when it breaks down. The diamonds here, you can see the diamonds are playing a similar game, and I think the diamonds have been a little weaker than the SPY just because they have been below the 50 period moving average a bit more, but they do look like they're closer to the whole breakout area here. And even I've been somewhat bearish here. But you can't deny the fact you have a low, a high, a higher low. Excuse me. I sneezed and tried to stop it. I apologize. Anyway, can't deny. Where am I here? There you go. And we've got a higher high. Well, I guess we don't have a higher high from here. And then we come back. So now we're just kind of scrabbling here to get through this top or break down through that top. So Qs pretty much the same way. They're just kind of motivating a little sideways here. They've held above the 50 period moving average for 2 days now, yesterday and today. IWM has been the problem child, and who knows, it just might get a new chance on life coming off that 200 period moving average. It's possible. I do think we need to see some follow through. There's absolutely nothing about this chart that's suggesting bullishness right now, and nowhere in my little world is a double bottom a reason to be a buyer. Nowhere in my little world. Double bottom. Transports are sitting down here, nothing but a downtrend here, nothing here to help the market. SMH, they're trying to move up. They're a lot like the SPY, a lot like the diamonds right now. They're trying to flirt with that 50 period moving average. But if you look, it's just going sideways is all it's doing. If you just back up and take a look at that chart, it's just going sideways. No real direction, okay? All right, a few charts that I've got here is Netflix. Those of you, some of you, well, no, everybody here should have received an email last night. It was a little bit late. I apologize. Netflix being short. Now, Netflix, we've put in a nice little top here. The bulls tried to get it up. They couldn't do it. And then we put the price action in yesterday. They pretty much said, okay, put up or shut up kind of a thing. And the bears just backed away. They just said, we'd rather just shut up. So, boom, we go down. Right now, I don't see any reason why we can't come down into these lows. Now, Netflix, this is a pretty good company overall, okay? So they could have something up their sleeve. It just takes one little bit of good news or even market good news that could start this to move up. Trindicator works very well for stops or close to stops, pretty much. When you're red, you're bearish. When you're green, you're bullish. But right now, Netflix not looking so good. Z, now I bought this one yesterday as a short. And this is a blue eyes failure here. We rallied up and failed. We've pulled back, and then we put that candle in. It was right at the end of the day, and I just bought some here. Looking for this to move a bit lower, and you know, I could see a 5% move down on Z. Now, if for the stock trade, that's not a big number, but for an option, that's a respectful percentage gain. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Here's some charts that may be setting up for the long side. Take a look at LULU. LULU has gap. Well, let's take a look at LULU like this. LULU, we've got this flat trading. Sellers took control, and then the buyers just came back with it. Boom. Well, now we've got the normal pullback and test of this area right through here. That top. So here we're setting up. Now what I'm going to look for is LULU to prove itself. And over yesterday's candle, I think would be a good sign of proof. Good faith. Good faith. You know, if we start moving up here, that might be a good faith trade. If they can hold that at the end of the day, then I think that'll be terrific. There's also, you know, the strategy of, well, I will wait to the end of the day to buy it and make sure it stays up there. So if it does that, then that becomes the T-line trend indicator area. Could be exactly, but I'm going to say area for now. Could be the stop. Yesterday's low could be the stop on that one. What else do we have here? Check out Goog. This thing has just been a steady eddy, an absolute steady eddy. Looking good. I have no reason to think this is going to go any lower. I have every reason in the world to think that we're going to get to 143 up here, and 143 just simply represents those tops. Maybe we'll move them down just a penny or two. There you go. So 143 even up here for the first target. Second target, we can come up here and do something a little different. There we go. We'll do that. So about 147.60, and I'm just, you know, using where price has been before. For Carlos, for me, yes, they are the same. And the reason I look at Goog instead of Google is because it has less letters. True story. True story. But yeah, for the most part, they're the same. Take a look at Meta. Meta is moving up here. Nice little trendicator trend. You got to love that. When you see the red dots moving up, you got to really love that. And you see this candle here up, and that candle up but lower, that candle up but lower. I like that. Little flag right in here. Look at that right there. I would say we get this breakout of about 308.40 here. This thing runs up, maybe challenges these tops. Now, there is nothing at all wrong with buying it inside this area. In fact, let's just take the trend indicator, extend it up like that. Nothing wrong with buying it in there. Nothing at all. Or you can buy it up here. For instance, if Sean was buying this, that could be Sean's strategy. Maybe Sean likes to buy in this area. Where Carlos's strategy might be, and we might be looking at the exact same chart, but Carlos might say, you know, I would rather it break out up here and then wait for a pullback. That's what this is. Rally up, pullback. We're still in PBO territory. PBO stands for pullback opportunity. So it's just a matter of choice. If two traders, they can be looking at the same stock, buy in this area, and they're looking at the same target. They have in common, what they have in common is they like the chart because they're talking about it. What they have in common is they may have that target up there, where down here, one person might take, you know, this route to get here, and the other person might take another route to get here. So meta. Take a look at Zion. I'm liking what Zion is doing here. It's was a rounded bottom breakout. And if you want to see a rounded bottom breakout, that's a perfect one right there. That is absolutely perfect. This was also a rounded bottom breakout up, and then as we pulled down, it stayed that way till about right in here. And then it lost its rounded bottom breakout name, and then it got it back right into here. And that was absolutely gorgeous. Now it looks like we're ready to break out of that 200 period moving average. And if you're looking at moving averages like I do, that's the 500 right there. So I'm just going to automatically put a line in there, and then let's take a look at some ideas looking at to the left. Oh, I see just two, and that's where we're going to leave it. There we go. Right there would be some targets that I would look at as Zion moves up. Microsoft. I think Microsoft is smartening up pretty nice here. But I also think Microsoft needs to break out. Okay, I think Microsoft may have some issues here. This would be my strategy, okay? My strategy would be let Microsoft work a little better, prove itself a little more. Maybe we can put that line down. There you go. I like that. So it's going to have to close over 338.60 and then set up for that buy signal or that entry above that 38.60. I think I could be happy with that on Microsoft. The next one is, how about some AT&T, guys? We've been talking about it, and boom, now it goes. So now that we've broken out, AT&T is on my radar to buy. For those that bought it down here, if that was your strategy, a great big congratulations to you. Sweet. My strategy to trade was just not to do that. It was simply to wait till we moved over. Pretty much, I was hoping inside that box. But we've now surpassed that box, so now I can start shopping for that entry. That entry could be in a couple places. It could be in this area, and I could end up waiting till it breaks out here. Regardless, I'm going to look for that to be the target up there, these tops. So if you bought it down here early, you're still in it. Clearly, you're going to make more money if you continue to hold it. But that's what I'm going to be looking for on AT&T. Uber is still setting up, and I think it's still a buy. It's that 3-8 trap looking to break out. If you feel that you'd rather buy after it breaks out, then by all means. It's all about an area, and it's all about you as a trader. That's about all I have here. Great big good morning to everybody. Let's see if we're still up. So we're still up. Let's watch what happens today. Don't get excited about the pre-market gapping up. Let the market settle down. We know that things could fizzle out, okay? All right, you guys take care. We'll see you at the bottom of the hour in about 25 minutes, and let's have some fun today. Thanks a ton. Appreciate it.